Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, Davis Wade Stadium, where they've got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Florida Gators taking on a team looking for its first win, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Gators will kick it away to start us off. And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The offense lining up for a first down play. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
Yeah, so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll go with a direct snap. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Quarterback checking the play. Looking downfield, it's Shapen. The throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Motion from the offense. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got his man all by himself. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. First down here for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Wants to throw on second down. Floating away. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. He'll pull it down, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
He wants to throw here on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
He wants to throw. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Now on second and short after the first down completion. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
He's going to pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. And the Gators are in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Defense in press coverage. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking left. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Keeps looking downfield. It's complete. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida.
one of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he's going to run it back. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points together, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Back to pass, it's Chapin. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 10. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
What a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll go to the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. They want to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. A lot of we are's inside that stadium today. Penn State is running away with things, and that offense looks unstoppable. They're up 14 over Kent State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The hand to the running back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Catch in the middle. It's Ball. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to...
Open runway ahead. The 10. Touchdown Bulldogs. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. offense working from the pistol. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Now rolling to the left. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line.
And that is a play that this kid is going to learn from. They're going to coach him up to never do that again. A righty cannot roll to his left and throw it back into the middle of the field. Your accuracy goes way down. Your timing is way off. It is just too easy for the defense to come away there with the pick.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Mississippi State! On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
That's a first down for the offense. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Mississippi State 21, Florida 14.
Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. Power football with the run. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Back to throw. It's Lagway. Got his man out of the backfield. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Quarterback extends the play. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. The Gators want to crank the tempo. He's back to throw on second down. He'll try to do it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Using his legs to buy some time. He throws into the middle of the field. Fires and picked off. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Second down coming up. Wide out in motion. He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. With the catch, it's Booth. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for it.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
To the air. It's Lagway. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Really good run there on third down. He got 5, but they're still left with a 4th and 3. The Gators will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pub up, and this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams, you could see the speed, you can see the wheels, and you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
The kickoff team is out there after that last punt return for a touchdown. Let's see if we get another big special teams play. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Offense gets set for second down. Looking downfield. It's Lagway. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Bringing it back. He's at the 20. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but...
Touchdown, Mississippi State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Here's the... Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14.
He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Back to pass. It's Lagway. Flushed out of the pocket. He's got the back in the middle. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Looking down the middle. Makes a connection. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10.
That QB is absolutely going to buy all the hog mollies up front of steak dinner tonight. My goodness. When you have that much time in the pocket, I think I could be successful. And I don't even like quarterbacks who want to play for them.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The aerial assault continues. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
And the offense grateful for that penalty if they can just move it 1 more yard to get it in. Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. USF fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Miami. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The give to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Quarterback checking off. Looking for a man. It's Chapin. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. He's loose. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Gets the toe down, but didn't go forward at all. Exceptional footwork to stay in bounds, and just a little bit better, and he could have scored.
Yeah, if he keeps his balance or gets the speed going upfield a little bit more, he might get into the end zone, but just kind of ran out of space over there on that sideline.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Booth. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. The distance is no problem, but this angle from the left can test you. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air. It's Lagway. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game. And it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
He's going up top. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. One more snap coming before halftime. Going up top on first down. Unleashes one deep. And it's caught! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
46, Florida, 21.
Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
And it's picked off for the fourth time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it.
Florida, 21.
Coming out with it, it's Abrams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage. Man, what a nice run by the QB. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And, man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
Quarterback strolling away from Heath. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. After the incompletion on second down, it's 3rd and inches. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Caught close to the marker. It's Johnson. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Gators headed quickly to the line.
And 4 verticals can work against a lot of different kinds of coverages. It doesn't necessarily have to be 3 defenders back deep. That time the defense went too high, and the quarterback found the pocket down the boundary to his wide receiver. Great job.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Might be looking to run. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and They're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Line getting set on second down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Looking to throw, it's Flagway. Shoots it to the left. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Let's go. 2 interceptions already for this linebacker. Unbelievable job understanding passing situation, how to get in passing lanes, how to get his 2nd pick. Dude, he's going to the sidelines, bragging to the DBs. I got way more picks than you, dude.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got his man down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
He's looking for an open man on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Fires to the big fella. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up.
And the ball is picked off. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
See, they need more runs like that. It's just been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Feeling some heat. Coming after it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And the Gators want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Turns and fires a risky pass back to the right. And he's thrown another interception. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
He spins that thing down the middle. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the punishment has been extended. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 10 over Charlotte. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now. And any updates, we'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. They're bringing heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, there's the ball. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own.
And ball security is starting to become a little bit of an issue for this quarterback. In his last game, he had a fumble, and he has another one right here. He has got to do a better job of keeping two hands on the ball.
The offense starts with a short field.
42 Spider.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Quick pass on the fly motion. They get him on the ground with this running game imposing its will. 6-yard gain down to the 17.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Now on first and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Touchdown, Mississippi State! And the pummeling has started. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
And the extra point was good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
67, 21.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Here comes the offense. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something.
He'll take the deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him think I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page. First down.
He's going to run it. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
You guys practice this all week long, right? Just feeling the pressure, seeing color. When it flashes in front of your face, you're out. You're out now. You're trying to keep two hands on the football, have good ball security, while keeping your focus downfield. And if nothing's there, you just got to go and try to get as much as you can with your legs. Really good job there by the QB.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Fires toward the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long. Whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages, he just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man.
He wants to go deep. Snatches it on the right. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Gets rid of it. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. The sweet feet buy a little time. Pulls it in. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Handoff to the lone back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Mississippi State 67, Florida 21.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Scrambling away. Bought a little time, lets it go. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. He's looking downfield to throw. They're trying to get to it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
The field goal is no good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Use the play fake, now to throw. He fires it out to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
This time it's complete. They make the stop, and this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good.
And the ball's out, and they're after it. Defense coming up with a huge. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Let's see what they've got on second down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Dropping back, it's Chapin. Throws for the tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
A third and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds a man on the left. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. From the 22 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Booth. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. Now, I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Trying to find his man on first down. Fires into the end zone. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter.
And the pass is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. The 30. Inside the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. FIU is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 21 over the Astronauts. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To throw, it's Lagway trying to get to him. Quarterback now on the run, still looking.
When I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Looking to pass on second down. Got a man, it's Johnson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Gators in the hurry up. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got...
Oh, he wants it all. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And the route is on.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
They get him a rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get there. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
And the Gators line up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it toward the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really nice punt. Yes, I said something positive about punt.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. To the air, it's Shapen. He lets one fly deep. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
How about that? This team is way up in this game, and they're still taking shots in the fourth quarter. There is no let-up.
They'll line up for a second down play. Now the play fake. Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Throws to the tight end. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their...
Going for the big play. And he's got it inside the 20. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
First down for the offense.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Second and goal for the offense. Trying to surge it in. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
28.
Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And now to try to put things in motion on second and long from the 15. And they'll take a knee. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
And it's amazing how much offense has been just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis.